O positive. Type O positive represents the original human blood architecture from which all other ABO blood types eventually diverged. Genetic evidence suggests that type O blood predates the appearance of A and B antigens, making it the foundational blood type of early Homo sapiens and possibly even earlier hominin ancestors. These early humans lived in small, mobile groups under constant threat from trauma, predators, parasites, and bacterial infection. The defining evolutionary feature of type O blood is the complete absence of A and B antigens on the surface of red blood cells. This absence reduced the number of molecular handles that pathogens could latch onto, particularly bacteria and parasites that evolved to exploit carbohydrate antigens. When the Rhd antigen later emerged, giving rise to O positive blood, it further enhanced immune recognition by improving the body's ability to distinguish self from non-self cells. In evolutionary terms, O positive blood favored fast immune activation. Strong inflammatory responses were essential in a world without antibiotics, where even small wounds could become fatal. Rapid clotting, aggressive immune signaling, and efficient oxygen delivery supported survival during hunting, long-distance travel, and physical conflict. The Rh positive factor likely spread rapidly as human populations increased in density because enhanced immune recognition improved survival in environments where infectious disease became more common. Modern associations with inflammation or stress sensitivity are not maladaptations. They are the physiological remnants of a body designed to respond instantly to danger, blood loss, and infection. O negative. Type O negative represents an ancient and genetically streamlined survival strategy. It lacks all three major blood antigens, A, B, and Rh, making it the most antigen-neutral blood type in human evolution. This configuration likely arose early and persisted through genetic isolation. From an evolutionary standpoint, antigen absence created immune ambiguity. Red blood cells without surface markers were less likely to provoke immune reactions and less likely to be exploited by pathogens that evolved antigen-specific binding mechanisms. The absence of the Rh factor further reduced immune activation, conserving energy and lowering the risk of immune overreaction. In prehistoric environments, immune overactivation could be as deadly as infection itself. O-negative blood likely persisted in small geographically isolated populations where mating occurred within compatible groups, minimizing Rh incompatibility risks. While Rh-negative mothers carrying Rh-positive offspring faced reproductive challenges, natural selection allowed O-negative blood to survive because its carriers often reached reproductive age with higher resilience to infection and systemic immune stress. Its modern designation as the universal donor mirrors its evolutionary role: biologically neutral, adaptable, and compatible across populations. A positive. Type A positive blood emerged much later in human history, coinciding with the Neolithic Revolution and the rise of agriculture. As humans transitioned from nomadic hunting to permanent settlements, evolutionary pressures shifted dramatically. Dense populations meant repeated exposure to the same pathogens, longer lifespans, and increased risk of chronic inflammation. Under these conditions, aggressive immune responses became detrimental. The A antigen evolved as a regulatory adaptation, promoting immune precision rather than force. Instead of rapid system-wide inflammation, type A immune systems favor targeted responses, reducing tissue damage during prolonged infections. The addition of the Rh-positive factor enhanced immune signaling, allowing for effective pathogen recognition without excessive activation. This balance supported survival in early farming communities where disease was constant but injury was less frequent. Metabolically, type A positive individuals evolved efficiency. Energy conservation, improved nutrient absorption, and cellular repair mechanisms supported survival during crop failures and seasonal scarcity. Neurologically, increased cortisol sensitivity enhanced vigilance, planning, and social awareness, traits that supported cooperation, hierarchy, and social stability. Evolutionarily, type A positive succeeded not through physical dominance, but through adaptability to structured communal living. A negative. Type A negative represents an evolutionary refinement of the A lineage, shaped by immune restraint and specialization. The loss of the Rh factor reduced immune stimulation, lowering the likelihood of autoimmune reactions and chronic inflammatory damage. This blood type likely evolved in smaller populations with lower pathogen exposure, where immune efficiency mattered more than rapid response. Reduced immune signaling conserved energy and supported longevity, particularly in environments where survival depended on consistency rather than conflict. Although Rh incompatibility introduced reproductive challenges, natural selection preserved a negative blood because its carriers often thrived in stable ecological niches. Evolutionarily, type A negative reflects survival through control, precision, and long-term physiological balance. B positive. Type B positive blood evolved as humans migrated across Central Asia into regions marked by extreme seasonal variation, temperature swings, and inconsistent food sources. These conditions favored adaptability above all else. The B antigen supports immune flexibility, allowing the body to respond to unfamiliar pathogens without excessive inflammation. This was critical for nomadic populations constantly exposed to new microbial environments. The Rh positive factor enhanced immune communication, supporting survival as populations expanded and intermingled. Type B positive individuals also evolved metabolic versatility, allowing efficient use of diverse food sources. Stress response systems adapted to recover quickly, preventing prolonged physiological strain. Evolutionarily, type B positive thrived because it supported survival in motion, biologically tuned for change rather than permanence. B negative. Type B negative represents a rarer, more controlled evolutionary expression of the B lineage. Without the Rh factor, immune responses are more restrained, reducing chronic inflammation and conserving energy. This trait likely supported survival in isolated or low pathogen environments. Metabolic flexibility and efficient stress recovery allowed adaptation without immune exhaustion. Although reduced reproductive compatibility limited its spread, natural selection preserved type B negative because its advantages supported resilience through balance rather than force. Evolutionarily, this blood type reflects survival through efficiency and precision. AB positive. Type AB positive is the newest major blood type in human evolution, emerging as populations with A and B blood interbred through migration and globalization. Carrying both A and B antigens allowed broad immune recognition, while the Rh positive factor enhanced responsiveness. This produced a balanced immune system capable of responding without extremes. AB positive blood is associated with efficient cerebral blood flow and oxygen delivery, supporting advanced cognition, emotional regulation, and integrative thinking. Evolutionarily, this blood type reflects adaptation to complex societies where survival depended on communication, cooperation, and problem solving, rather than physical endurance alone. AB negative. Type AB negative is the rarest blood type and represents extreme evolutionary specialization. With both A and B antigens but no Rh factor, immune recognition occurs without excessive activation. This balance likely reduced autoimmune risk and supported longevity in stable environments. Enhanced neurological sensitivity and cerebral oxygenation may have supported heightened awareness and cognitive integration. Evolutionarily, AB negative reflects adaptation to refinement rather than survival chaos, thriving where intelligence, efficiency, and social cohesion determine success. Blood types are evolutionary strategies written by climate, disease, migration, and survival pressure. What modern medicine calls vulnerability is often the echo of an ancient advantage. Your blood type, positive or negative, is not random. It is evolution still moving through you.